Hi, friends. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in our generation and in our country. I'll start off with a little anecdote. Um, I asked a professor of mine about what clinical cases she's been seeing as a therapist at the Chapman Students Clinic, um, and what she's been seeing with our generation, what the prognosis is for most of her cases, what the diagnosis is, what are the main issues that she's seeing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And she said more than any other diagnosis is anxiety. And who can blame us? You have Charlottesville, you have Las Vegas, you have that suicidal plane pilot who took a plane and just flew it all around and then crashed. Um, but also she sees on the good side that there's more of a desire for meaningful relationships and aspirational goals and value-oriented living. And you see this with LeBron starting a school, or I forget his name, but the guy Logic, I think, who said in a concert that suicide is an epidemic, and brought that to the front of the world's attention. And you have Habitat for Humanity and all of these things in which people are really trying to make a difference. So today we're going to talk about how these themes, good and bad, converge in today's millennial society. So welcome to Bubba 14.6 Ministries. Today's video I'm naming Are You Planting a Seed or Sowing a Weed When You Argue? Here we go. So expanding on that, it seems to me that there has been an upswell in social justice and trying to right the ship of our country, but sometimes in a kind of vengeful way, where those who have done wrong are being eschewed from society and ostracized. And don't get me wrong, murderers, rapists, extortioners, blackmailers, they deserve punishment and a consequence for their crimes. But there seems to be a tendency to go beyond this with our generation, to really vilify people and cast them in such a negative light that they can never find their way back. More than ever, people are getting shouted down at concerts, at seminars, and demonized on the basis of their ideas. And if you've ever been in a heated argument, you know that at a certain decibel level, no one listens anymore because your heart's pumping so fast. You always do this. You come home with peanut butter and jelly, and you never remember that I want turkey and mayonnaise. I'm a white person. Of course I want turkey and mayonnaise. Get off my case. I've been working my butt off trying to provide for you. If you're going to have this type of tendency, maybe I won't even bring you PB&J. I mean, it's ridiculous. At a certain point, you don't even hear what the words are being said, and probably you don't want to see me fake argue anymore either. I don't want to see that anymore either. But I mean, I've experienced this with my family members and with friends, that sometimes you get heated and you can't get a word in edgewise. And because of this, since we don't feel we can register in that other person that they will validate or understand what we've said, we start to get estranged, and we don't see each other for being able to be reached and communicate with. So there starts to become this dehumanization trend. So here's the point I'm trying to make. When you criticize someone, are you trying to sow a seed of peace and gentleness that will help someone who's done wrong reconsider their ways and return to good faith and reason? Or are you sowing a weed in disguise of planting a seed, which actually chokes out the person and ostracizes them from society and the ability to come back and change their mind? One of my bosses once said that the most important thing that distinguishes us as human beings is that we can change our mind. So repentance and righting yourself and coming back to good sense, that's what we should want for people that are off a field. Not that they be completely cast out of society so that we don't have to think of them or think of unpleasant thoughts. like Father Osima said in the Brothers Karamazov, the point of the church is to bring people back into love and good favor, not to shun them. So when we look at all these videos on YouTube cropping up, forgive the pun, everywhere about this person owning this other person in debate, or watch Jordan Peterson or Ben Shapiro crush this person's logic, and we polarized into one camp or the other, often liberal or conservative, black, white, this or that. And Jesus and love itself is the opposite of this, in that it's a bringing together of beings in unison, wanting the best for the other person. Jesus just wants the best for us. He wants love and freedom in our lives, and love that brings people together should be what we want, not the extra extricating of bad people from our society. So that if we've got to realize that everyone has bad tendencies and elements inside themselves, and there's just such a feeling of fear of when you say one wrong thing and your life is completely ruined. That creates a culture of fear where you can never really be yourself. And of course, you shouldn't be sharing the N-word and saying all sorts of rude, insensitive things and showing your genitals and all of these sorts of things. Like, there's no place in society for that. But everyone will make mistakes, and in that, we need to be willing to take people back once they truly want to change. And I pray that this is what our generation can take hold of, that we have these aspirational elements where we think society and human beings, individuals, can rise to the degree to access their dreams and their potential. And that's a great thing, but at the expense of others, or always with this secondary element of casting down people who are different than you and have different opinions. That's where I think we can change for the better. So people of our generation have big consciences, like the doctor I was telling me earlier. But without faith and a devotion to scriptural backing for the thrusts of righteous change in our society, do we really know what we should try to change? Do we have that implicit understanding of what the good is, what the rational, what the loving thing is, when we're trying to change someone? And I think people of our generation, without that backing, are attacking everything without answering some of the fundamental questions, like, why is this wrong? And do I care about the good of the person that's stuck in a wrong belief that I'm trying to change their mind? Do I really care about who they are as a person? So going along with this, the phrase, I believe we should hate the sin and love the sinner, takes a stage in that way, that we realize that everybody has shortcomings, but we should try and give people the benefit of the doubt, and sow seeds, not weeds. So thanks for watching. Please leave any comments in the comment section, and God bless. Take care and love you very much. Bye.